This potato plant is a goner. See, it is infested by these white color mealybugs, which are actually detrimental to the plant. A sad moment for all plant parents. And just like them, there are so many things in our gardens that affect the growth of our leafy plants. Okay, real talk. Has this ever happened to you? It's been raining non-stop for a week and your garden should be thriving instead. It looks like किसी ने hair dryer चला दिया हो 3 दिन लगातार. The leaves are yellow, the soil smells weird and you are standing there thinking मैंने तो रोज पानी दिया पर मैं गलत क्या कर रही हूँ. You didn't do anything wrong. You just ran into a science problem disguised as a gardening problem. And today, you and I together would solve it, just like a scientist would. Except without the lab coat and hopefully with fewer Latin words. Let me set the scene properly. Pallavi, not that different from most of us. And उसका एक small kitchen garden है with some tomatoes, a couple of chili plants, and she loves them. Last monsoon it rained almost every day for 2 weeks. She figured, great, nature is doing my job. She barely touched the watering can. लेकिन by week 2, उसके tomato के leaves started turning yellow at the edges. Then the whole leaf, then the whole plant, and it dropped. The soil had a faint, musty, almost like a rotten smell. And there were no bugs. Trust me, she checked. So here's what we are looking at. A. Yellow leaves starting from bottom of the plant. Soft, mushy stem near the base. Soil that never fully dried out between rains. And no visible pest or insects. Classic gardener panic, right? You suspect overwatering. लेकिन बारिश तो रुकी नहीं. अब आप स्काई को थोड़ा ना बोल सकते हो कि एक छुट्टी ले ले बाबा. So what's actually going on here? Well, here it is, the short version. Pallavi's plants aren't dying because of too much water. They are dying because of too little oxygen. Yes, plant roots need to breathe. That's not a metaphor. They literally need oxygen to survive. When soil gets waterlogged, all the air pockets in it fill up with water. No air pockets, no oxygen. And the roots start to rot. And once root rots, the plant can't absorb water or nutrients even if it's sitting right there in the soil. So the plant starts showing signs of drought, stress while sitting in a puddle. It sounds absurd, but that's exactly what's happening. The scientific term for this is root hypoxia. Hypoxia माने low oxygen. And जो root rot है is usually caused by a family of organisms known as Phytophthora या Phythium. And all these are fancy words, लेकिन उनका मेन मतलब तो यही है कि एक वाटर मोल्ड है जिसको सॉगी सॉइल पसंद है और वो जो मस्टी स्मेल है दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ एनारोबिक डीकम्पोजिशन. बेसिकली थिंग्स आर ब्रेकिंग डाउन विदाउट ऑक्सीजन. सेम है बिल्कुल जैसे कि एक फ्लडेड बेसमेंट से weird smell आता है. Same, exactly same. Now this is the part I love. Let's actually think through how a scientist would approach this. Because magic नहीं है. It's just asking the right questions in the right order. Step 1. Observe and describe. Don't guess yet. The first thing a scientist would do is observe. I mean really observe. Not just look and panic. Pallavi ने भी observe किया. Yellow leaves, but plant के किस part में? Bottom leaves first usually means या तो root का problem है या nutrients का issue. Top leaves अगर first होते तो कुछ airborne problem हो सकता है like a fungal spore or something. The next thing that she should do is smell the soil. Feel it, color check करो. Is it grey, dark, slimy? These are all data points. At this stage, we are not just diagnosing. We are just collecting. That's important to understand. Step 2. Form a hypothesis. अब पल्लवी सब कुछ देखती है जो उसने कलेक्ट किया है और she asks herself a simple question. What is the most likely explanation? She knows it's been raining, soil hasn't dried, the yellowing started at the bottom, the stem is soft near the base, no bugs. Her hypothesis is the root are waterlogged and possibly beginning to rot. That's it. That's a hypothesis. It's not a final answer, it's just an educated guess that you're going to test. Step 3. Obviously test it without destroying the plant. तो इस समय एक बहुत ही सिंपल टेस्ट कर सकते हैं. She gently removes the plant from the pot. Let me show you. She gently removes the plant from the pot, right? And then she looks at the roots. If they look all white, well, light tan, firm, and they smell like nothing but fresh soil, these roots are almost healthy. You don't need to worry, put it back. But if she sees rotting roots, like they are brownish in color, black, and they smell like sour or almost like mildew, her hypothesis is confirmed. She sees brown mushy roots. The diagnosis that she makes is that the root rot is from waterlogging. Here's where we go one level deeper, because knowing what happened helps you prevent it next time. देखिए मिट्टी जो है ना वो सिर्फ dirt नहीं है. It's a structure, almost like a sponge with billions of tiny air pockets. Plants evolved to have roots that breathe through these pockets, right? When it rains heavily, the water can't drain itself. Those pockets fill with water. Now the roots are submerged and they switch from aerobic respiration यानी oxygen related respiration to anaerobic respiration. अब anaerobic respiration in roots is like running your car on the wrong fuel. It works for a while, then things starts getting haywire. Exactly that mechanism, right? And the byproducts ethanol and lactic acid are actually toxic to the plant itself. So it's a double hit. The roots can't absorb nutrients and they are being poisoned by their own stress. Step 5. Apply the fix. Now what does Pallavi actually do? First, if the rot isn't too advanced, she removes the plants and trims off any black or mushy roots with the clean scissors. Think of it like a surgery. Cut the dead tissue, leave the live tissue. The plant may survive and you won't have to do any extra thing. Second, she repots it in a fresh, well-draining soil. That's important. Ideally, mix it with perlite या फिर coarse sand, which creates more air pockets and doesn't hold as much water. Third, if a balcony is exposed to too much rain, she moves the plant under partial cover during heavy downpours, or maybe she adds drainage holes in the bottom of the pot if the pot doesn't have enough. Fourth, she waits. She doesn't fertilize the soil yet. A stressed plant cannot absorb more nutrients. She just needs to let it stabilize first and then add it later. Okay, so we've solved Pallavi's problem. But I want to zoom out a little because what we just did applies to hundreds of situations. Think about what our method actually was. We observed carefully. Instead of panicking, we formed a hypothesis, specific testable hypothesis. Then we did a simple test that didn't require a lab. We understood the mechanism, not just the fix. We applied a targeted solution. That's it. That's the scientific method. Dressed down and actually useful. Now, a couple of things that I find genuinely fascinating about this case. Well, first, the symptoms of overwatering and underwatering look exactly the same. Yellow leaves होती है, wilting होती है, stunted growth होती है. If you don't understand the mechanism, you might actually add more water to a drowning plant, and that happens almost all the time. You see yellow leaves, you see wilted leaves, and you just keep on adding water to it without understanding what's actually happening to that plant. Second, the solution to waterlogging is largely about the soil structure, not the weather. I mean, तुम बारिश तो नहीं रोक सकते, but you can design your soil and pots so that it drains way before it becomes a problem. That's engineering your environment. Another very scientific thing to do. And third, it gets spoiled even from more intense rain events, longer wet spells, and even sudden droughts. Plants that have evolved over thousands of years for stable season patterns are now dealing with chaos. And understanding the science helps you adapt. That's what science does when you let it. It makes the world make sense. So, to recap this real quick. Pallavi's rain-soaked plants were dying despite plenty of water. Answer: root hypoxia. The roots were suffocating, not thirsty. Method: observe, hypothesize, test, understand, and fix. Discussion: soil structure, not water quantity, is the real lever to pull. When If you've got a science problem at home, in your garden, at work, something that's been nagging at you and you can't just figure out why, drop it in the comments. That's literally what this series is for. I'll see you in the next one. Do subscribe to my channel Biochirping for more such videos. And like